How's it going, everyone? In this video, I want to take a look at the new PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 game releases this week. I have to say, one of the best weeks in quite a while. We got a lot of major titles, a couple of lower key games that look really good as well, so got 5 games to go over, so let's get right into it. First of all, without a doubt, the biggest release, we have Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 on August the 20th. Of course, this will include the Iki Island expansion. If you already own Ghost of Tsushima, you can buy the upgrade on PS4 for $20. The PS4 to PS5 upgrade will be $30. And I am super excited for this one. As some of you guys might know, Ghost of Tsushima was my favorite game of 2020. I thought the game was tremendous from a story standpoint, atmosphere, creating that world, and that game just had so much great content, and now that we have more content coming for it, with this Iki Island expansion, I am super excited. Obviously, it'll be featuring some upgrades on PlayStation 5 as well. The PlayStation 5 version already runs at 60 frames per second, and that's great, but we're going to have some other enhancements coming with this one as well. But the major element is the new content. The Iki Island expansion is said to be 15 to 20 hours of content, and when you think about it, $20 for that much content, or $30 for that much content, that's a pretty good buy, given that Spider-Man Miles Morales was $50, and, you know, they featured a comparable level of content, and now we have this Iki Island expansion. If it does feature at least 15 hours of gameplay, that is a sizable extension to the Ghost of Tsushima experience. I know that there's been a bit of controversy with the pricing and everything. I don't want to get into that right now. I've talked about it at length, but it does seem like that this will be a great extension to the game, and I have a lot of faith that's in Sucker Punch at this point. They did a great job with Ghost of Tsushima. They took their time with that game. It took them years upon years of hard work to get that game out, and now a year later we have this extension, and hopefully this does really well from a commercial standpoint, and I am sure that we are going to get a true follow-up sometime in the future. Probably not for quite a while, but this should hold people over until we see something bigger out of Sucker Punch. Alright, moving on from that, Recompile is a game that I think you guys should definitely have on your radar. This one is dropping August the 19th. The game notes, this atmospheric Metroidvania hacking adventure lets you take control of a semi-sapient program struggling against deletion in the sprawling 3D world of a mainframe. Recompile features intense combat, tight 3D platforming, superpowered abilities, and an environmental logic-based hacking mechanic. This is a game that is going a little bit under the radar, but it's got some great particle and visual effects, and I think that definitely makes it stand out right away with the presentation, and it looks like it's got some fast-paced gameplay and quality platforming sections as well. Very fluid animations as well. You look at some of the things like the explosions and whatnot, looks quite vivid and colorful from that standpoint. The game notes, fight, explore, hack, and awaken. Looks like this is a game that's going to have a pretty interesting element from a story standpoint as well. They also do note, the developers that is, the games that inspired them: Axiom Verge, Hollow Knight, Ori and the Blind Forest, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Rime, so that is definitely some good inspiration to take. Recompile will be dropping August the 19th. Also out August the 19th is Yuoni, a brand new first-person narrative horror game that whisks you away to a sunset-sustained world to play a deadly game of hide-and-seek as grade schooler, navigate authentic Japanese environments and utilize every hiding space you can find to survive the horrors ahead, and if they find you, run. So this is a game that definitely does invoke that element of horror, you know, getting some vibes of a game like Soma here, where the main character isn't supposed to be some overpowerful, you know, character that you play as. It is really about horror and having you survive in this game of hide and seek. I've been following this one for quite a while. It seems like the August 19th release date came together pretty recently, but excited to see this one drop. I mean, the competition for horror games is relatively high these days, but this is something that I think can stand out to a lot of people, and hopefully it does deliver when it drops August the 19th. Alright, next up we have Tetris Effect Connected. Very excited for this one. Tetris Effect is a game that I absolutely loved, and it was a game that, man, when you look at that initial trailer song, that song is still stuck in my head, and the soundtrack in this game is tremendous. Tetris Effect Connected obviously will be adding a new layer to the game, adding an all-new robust multiplayer expansion to the huge variety of addictive and innovative single-player modes that Tetris Effect is already known for, all new co-op and competitive online and local multiplayer modes as well. It's available on a plethora of different platforms now on top of that, Xbox One, Xbox Series, PC, PlayStation 4. If you have yet to play Tetris Effect, I would highly recommend you to get on that because it is a great game. I know Tetris at this stage of the game, you might see it as a bit of, you know, it's Tetris. It's not reinventing the wheel in any way, but the Tetris game mechanic works, and in the case of Tetris Effect, it just takes those elements and enhances it by having great presentation, having a quality soundtrack, and it just enhances the overall Tetris experience. And now you have Tetris Effect connected, adding another layer to the gameplay elements that Tetris Effect has been known for. I think this is one that is definitely going to be something to check out, especially if you haven't played Tetris Effect. Like I said, even if you're not big on Tetris, this is one that I think gets by with its presentation alone and its quality visual direction, and we'll see how Tetris Effect Connected turns out. This one is due out August the 18th. And lastly, I do want to give a shout out to a game that I had very little knowledge of, and that is Greak Memories of Azure. This is a game with an awesome art style. I think that's what is immediately going to draw people to the game. It's noted to be a beautiful single-player adventure with hand-drawn animations. You will take the role of three siblings, Greak, Adara, and Radel, to guide them through the lands of Azure, alternate control between them, and use their unique abilities to escape from the Urag invasion. The hand-drawn visuals are definitely the standout element to the game, but it also looks to have some quality action platforming elements on top of that. There is a demo available for this, available on Steam, so you can check that out right now. But as far as the game details, it notes hand-drawn art and animations enjoy a captivating storyline about family, home, and union in difficult times while you discover colorful and expressive scenarios, specially crafted puzzles, solve specially crafted puzzles to find and collect the missing pieces of the airship through an interconnected world, unique gameplay, alternate between the three characters and use their different abilities to explore the magical lands of Azure, fast-paced combat, discover new areas, and fight against a wide variety of enemies, cinematic clips. Throughout the game, you'll encounter beautiful hand-drawn cinematic clips that will accompany key story moments to immerse you into the world of Azure. Very, very aesthetic in design, but it also seems like there's a lot of attention to detail in some of the moments of this game. Again, this is one that's been going super under the radar. I believe I talked about it in one previous video, but I haven't mentioned it since, so I really wanted to get the word out about this. A game that might end up surprising a lot of people, and I feel like if it delivers, this is going to be one of those games that just naturally gains a lot of traction, just being, you know, as gorgeous as it is. It reminds me a little bit of Dust and Elysian Tale from a presentation standpoint, and hey, I love that game, so this is definitely going to be something right up my alley. The game does drop on August the 17th, and that's going to wrap up this one. Again, while I only went over 5 games, all of these games, I think, might not be for everyone, but definitely you can find some interest out of at least one of these games. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is probably going to be the standout to a lot of people, and I'm super excited for that, but Recompile looks great if you're a horror fan. Yuoni, something to look at. Tetris Effect Connected is assured to be pretty good, and then Memories of Azure, that game looks pretty remarkable as well, and that one is due out tomorrow, demo available right now on PC. But that's gonna wrap up this one. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.